All right, welcome back, everybody. Here we go, week 7. After this week, we're halfway to the playoffs, so we'll see how this week plays out. Didn't go well for me, but what else is new? Some other people continue their winning streaks. We have a couple long ones up there, so we'll jump right into the standings. So you should see it there on your screen. With 3 wins in a row, we have Richard at the top there at 5-1. Ty won last week to get 5 in a row to be right up there, but he's a little bit less than the points for. Then we have 2 guys at 4-2. We have Jeremy, who leads the league in points 4, and then Dave right behind him, about 100 points. And then we have 3 people at 3-3. Evil Buddies, who's second in points for, then Dallas, then Rob. Then we have 4 guys at 2-4. So we got Tom, Wayne, Jen, and Sunil all fighting for the 8th and final playoff spot. And lo and behold, I'm at the bottom. Of course, 1-5, third most points for, more points than the guys who are 5-1. But guess what? I'm 1-5. So, what's the saying? If I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. So, it's the way it goes. James Cook was out last week. Ty put in Conklin. He ends up still beating me by 6 points because Wilson had such a good day. So that hurt. But we'll see this week. We'll see how it goes. I'm a little bit lucky to start after a Thursday, but we'll get there. In terms of what's going on here, so as I mentioned, standings there, Ty and Richard have a couple win streaks going on. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Wayne has now lost 3 in a row. And then I guess just Buddies and Tom have lost 2. So there hasn't been much for losing streaks other than, mine at the beginning of the season and now Wayne. Sunil's now won 2 in a row after being 0-4. So he might find his way into the playoffs yet. So lots of time. Budget, we still have Richard and Jen at $100. Wayne's right there at 97. The Buddies at 92. Rob and myself are the low men at $20 and $32 respectively. So, yeah, so that's the standings. A little bit changed from last week. We got Richard at the top. He was hoping to be by himself up there if I beat Ty, but it didn't work out for me. But yeah, hopefully some moving and shaking this week as we get into the second half of the season. All right, first matchup I got here is myself versus Dave. Originally, I was projected to win by about 3 points. Currently, it says about 24, but Dave doesn't have a kicker in yet. So, average kicker, we'd say 12 to 14 points. So I'll say maybe right now I'm currently projected by about 10. I got lucky from Thursday night where Cortland Sutton put up a goose egg. And Alvin Kamara had his worst game of the year, 14 yards receiving, 10 yards rushing. So, huge help for me there. I don't know. We'll see if Devontae Adams plays a lot for the Jets this week. If his knee is miraculously injured, or healed, not injured. Yeah. And for my team, I have pretty much my whole lineup back from breaks and buys and injuries and concussions. So hopefully they can keep putting up points. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there for sure with the second running back position. If Aaron Jones plays, I'll take Chandler out. Maybe throw in Gibson, but that might be too late. So I might get stuck throwing in Moss. Yeah, so we'll see if Mixon gets banged up. At least I got Pierce there for maybe the stretch run. We'll see. Again, I went heavy receivers, so hoping for lots of receptions and touchdowns and a big victory. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm calling. So that'll probably mean I'll lose. But yeah, I'm currently favored to win. So we'll see. Yeah. Next matchup. We have the Evil Buddies versus Ty. Originally, it's about a point differential there in terms of projection. Now, Ty is favored to win by about 14 points, thanks to a lot of points by the Denver defense. Points allowed was that low 6 sacks, 1 touchdown, so gets you lots of points in our leagues. Yeah, overall, I do like both guys' teams. I've played them both in the last couple of weeks here. But I think, I'm not a big fan of the Jags. For Kirk there, Debo's been great. Godwin's been good. Taylor is out, so he's got to fill somebody in, which looks like Corum right now. Maybe A-Chat. No, it's a flex spot. So he's got not lots of guys. He's got Corum, McCaffrey. That's about it. So he's gonna have to make a move, but maybe that might bring him closer. A-Chan, hopefully he stays not injured. Judy now being the top guy in Cleveland. I don't know if that'll help him or not. So yeah, I gotta give this one to Ty, even though I know the buddies here gotta put in another position at the flex. I think that big night from the defense is just gonna be what Ty needed to give him the extra push to win. So I say Ty's gonna go to 5-1, and the buddies are gonna end up at 3-4. Okay, next one we got our points for leader, Jeremy, taking on Wayne. He's currently in a 3-game losing streak. Originally, Jeremy is favored to win by, 23 points, and now it's up to almost 40. Javonte Williams had a good game, finally, what everybody was hoping for all year. So that's 26 points, and that's why. I mean, if Aaron Jones plays, that'll be huge for Jeremy, get him in there. If he doesn't play, maybe throw in, I guess you go Wilson or Allen there from the Jets. You could always toss in, might be okay. Yeah, and then Wayne, we got Allen, London, Company. They're hoping for a good stretch here now. Cup, hopefully he plays well. Deontay Johnson's been playing better lately. Kraft, really? I want to call Wayne to upset, but I don't think it's going to happen. It might. Maybe it's like the almost upset of the week kind of thing. But I'm going to give this one to Jeremy. Jeremy's going to win. I don't think it'll be by like 40 points. Maybe like 3 is what I'm thinking. So I say, yeah, Jeremy to move to 5-2 and Wayne to drop to 2-5. All right, next we got Rob versus Tom. Rob is 3-3. Tom is 2-4. Originally, Tom was favored to win about 9. Now about 11. So what happened? Rob's defense was just a couple points under projected, so not too bad there. And he doesn't have a kicker, and he's got one on his bench. So currently 8 points there put in, so another 8 points would be 137. So about a 3-point difference is what the actual projected would be. I do like Cousins. It is in a dome. Amari Cooper, I think it'll be good for Buffalo. He'll probably get some targets. I don't know where it'll be for the first game. Dortch, I haven't really followed lately. What does it say? Kind of under 10 points a game every game. Okay, Addison, they're calling for a good week. Henry's been phenomenal. Connor's do Connor things. Everybody underestimates him. Douglas is looking to have a good week. Hopkins, Tank. Again, these Jacksonville guys. Ramondre, I don't know if he's playing. Last I read, he was still questionable. Says he was listed as a full participant on Friday, so it sounds like he'll probably play. I think Juju's playing from what I heard as well. Yeah, he was practicing on Friday. So that's usually a good sign. So I'm going to call Rob to win this one. I guess that's a little bit of an upset, but not by the standings. But I think Rob's going to win this one, move to 4 and 3, and Tom is going to drop to 2 and 5. All right. Another matchup of a 3 and 3 versus 2 and 4. This time it's Dallas versus Jen. Currently Dallas was projected to win by almost 20, now down to about 15. Okay, everyone's got players in their spots. Was it Bub means? Bo means? Bub? Bub. Bub means a little under projected, so not too bad there. Neighbors, Worthy, Evans. Yeah, I just like Dallas's team better in terms of the players. Like I would like Neighbors, Worthy, Chase Brown, Kittle. They're all guys I like. Ayuk's been a disappointment. Diggs has been good with Collins out, so that's probably good for Jen. Naylor, I don't think will do too well, but 5 points seems like he should be able to get. Pollard should do well. As long as they don't start to trail too early, then if they do, then Pollard won't be used as much. Higgins has been good. And I don't think it'll be maybe a 15-point difference, maybe a little closer. I think Jen might get a little higher. I think Diggs will outperform that. Cleveland's defense is tough, so I think it'll be a tough day for Higgins and Burrow, but 20 points seems reasonable there. Yeah, I just think Dallas has just got guys who can put up a few more points. That's all. So I think Dallas will win roughly by about 5 points or so. So I'll say Dallas moves to 4 and 3, and Jen will drop to 2 and 5. I'm not picking all the 2 and 4 people to lose just so I'm close. That's what I think the matchup's going to be. Anyway. We have our first place, Richard at 5 and 1, playing Sunil, who is 2 and 4, projected to win by 17 points. Richard is. So let's see, everyone's got guys in there. Yep. Okay. Sorry, just looking at their bench. Richard had a couple guys he didn't play, which is probably good because they had low points. Sunil of Kansas City defense versus Tampa Bay. I mean, really, you could go either way. San Fran and Baltimore can both put up points. So, see if they keep those the same. See if they do anything different. Let's see. We got Murray. They're calling for Murray to have a down week. Who knows? McLaurin's been good because of Daniels. Lockett just keeps playing. AJ's been good. Mixon's been good since he's been back. White is questionable. He was limited in Friday's practice. So we'll see if he get out there. Maybe that Bucky Irving or was it Tucker, the guy? The other running back there. See how much he plays. I mean, if they fall behind, they're going to have to pass. So he might not get used very much if he's still a little banged up. Pitts has been doing really well. I like Pitts down the stretch here as Kirk Cousins gets more and more comfortable in that offense. Legette's been playing better now that Andy Dalton? Yeah, is playing. Zach Ertz, Pierce has been good. So I think it'll be close. Probably in and around these scores, maybe a little closer. But I do think Richard will win. He's 5 and 1 for a reason. I think he's like 4th most in total points. So yeah, he's got a good team. He's right up there. Sunil's team has had some tough weeks, but he's 2 and 4. I think he'll drop to 2 and 5. So, sorry, I'll just go back to the league. Yeah, so we'll see how this week plays out. I'm really hoping I win, but we'll see. Need to get it. If I lose this week, if everybody else loses, like I think at 2 and 4, then at least they still have a chance. But if a couple of those teams win, then I'll be in hard pressed to get into the playoffs. So I hope I can beat Dave. I think Ty's gonna win. Drop the buddies to 3 and 4. I think Jeremy will continue to keep going here to go to 5 and 2. Rob, I said would go to 4 and 3. Dallas, I said would go to 4 and 3, and Richard to 6 and 1. So him and Ty at the top there. So if that happens, probably Richard still be in first place based on points for differential there. So we'll see if that plays out. See if Richard's still at the top. See if I'm still at the bottom. If I can sneak out a win, that should jump me up to like around 9 or 10th based on my points for. So really hoping for that. So anyway, have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll talk next week. Take it easy. Bye.